Hello everyone, welcome to my channel The Aruj Guru, and today we are here at Bus World Southeast Asia, which was conducted in Jakarta, Indonesia from 20th to 22nd May 2026. And today we are going to film a double-decker bus built by Tentrum Coach from Indonesia, and this bus is built on Volvo B11R chassis, Euro 5 B11R chassis. So they specifically, particularly mention these things in Indonesia, that Volvo B11R 450 HP horsepower Euro 5. So this is the front look of this bus. There's mention of Volvo priority. You get a Volvo logo in between, and in place of number plate, there's the mention of the bus bodybuilder Tentrum, the dynamic technology, and the details about this very particular coach by them, which is named as Avante D2. The details are being mentioned over here. This is a Volvo B11R Euro 5 chassis, which is powered by 450 bhp engine, and the length of this bus is 13.5 meter. So in my country India, 13.5 meter used to be delivered for the bus operators quite a few years back, and that was a multi-axle chassis. But now 13.5 meter length chassis of Volvo comes in single axle. So we have single axle 13.5 meter chassis in India, but this is a multi-axle one, and the height here is more than 4 meters, that is 4150 mm, which is basically 4.150 meters. And the facilities given are smoking area, toilet, smart LED TV, speaker, subwoofer, emergency exit door is there, sunroof, emergency exit. All those safety features are being given, and the passenger carrying capacity of this bus is 36 passengers at a time. And coming to the front look, as I was saying you guys, we talked about the number plate, and about that there's logo of Volvo, which looks very stylish, and I personally like this Volvo logo, not the latest one. This is my personal favorite, honestly speaking. You get the mention of Tentrum and their logo. Stylish LED DRS run right from the left end of the bus. There's another one placed in between, and there's on the right hand side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 stylish powerful headlights, and there's mention of Tentrum over here as well, and that's the indicator of the bus, which also looks very much stylish. Tentrumbus.com, the website of the bus bodybuilder. And these are the mirrors of the bus, which are huge, and in case if something happens to these mirrors, there's another mirror which is going to help the driver for driving and taking the judgment of the things around him while he is parking or overtaking someone. So this is the side look of the bus. Go green, Angkutan Antar Kota Antar Provinsi. They have written something in Bahasa language, which is spoken in Indonesia. Volvo B11R 450 bhp Euro 5. Again, there's logo of Volvo. So it's Euro 5 engine. So in India, in my country, there's Euro 5 basically is termed as BS, Bharat stage. We have BS6 going on right now. So basically that is all about Euro 5, BS6. It is all about the emission norms which are set by the government. So there's indication light placed over here as well, which is a very unique thing I have seen. The mention of Tentrum, name of the bus bodybuilder, mention of Volvo. Mention of Volvo makes me honestly very much happy, I would say. Wheel caps placed over each and every tire of the bus, you can see. So when it comes to price of this bus is priced at 2,55,000 to 2,60,000, 250,000 to 260,000 United States dollar, And when it comes to Indian rupees INR, the cost of the entire bus is 2 crores 50 lakhs to 2 crore 55 lakhs, out of which the cost of the B11R chassis is approximately 1 crore 30 to 1 crore 40 lakhs. So you can consider it as 1 crore 40 lakhs. And for such kind of coach fabrication, bus bodybuilding, Tantrum charges anything between 1 crore 25 lakhs to 1 crore 30 lakhs. So 1 crore 30 plus the price of the chassis 1 crore 25, 1 crore 30 lakhs. The price of the entire bus is approximately 2.5 to 2.6 crores INR and 2 lakh 50 to 2 lakh 60,000 US dollars. And the mileage average of this bus is anything roughly between 2 to 2.5 kmpl. Reason being, it's a Volvo high powered engine which produces 450 bhp, and in that it's a automatic bus. So taking all the factors into consideration, the weight of the bus, the weight of the chassis, taking all those factors into consideration, the realistic mileage would be 2.2, 2.3, maximum it can go up to 2.6 and all. So for general information, you can consider it as 2.5 kmpl, 2.3 to 2.5 kmpl. And this is the rear look of the bus. Mention of Volvo Priority, APA Star, and mention of Volvo B11R Euro 5 over there, and Tantrum mention along with their logo. So this is how it looks. The headlight could have been more stylish, I would say. You get fake exhausts over there and a rear spoiler, which can be customized entirely. But for the exhibition purpose, they have given it already. And Volvo bus usually comes with a rear engine. As I am making vlogs in this exhibition in Bus World Southeast Asia in Jakarta, Indonesia, in many of the vlogs I have told that there's extra step which comes out as you open the door, and that feature I'm going to show you to you guys. See, as I open the door, the step comes out. So whatever I tend to tell verbally, I prefer showing it to you guys practically as well. That's what my approach is. So now let's explore the cabin of this bus first. As soon as you are entering, you will be getting two steps, and on those steps ambient lighting is being done, so it feels very elegant to enter. So basically passengers would never be entering from here, they would be entering from the second door which is placed in between the bus. But the bus bodybuilder has done a good job paying attention to the details. The mention of tantrum is being done here, and this is the seat for the co-driver, co-pilot, or even the crew can sit here. And the height is somewhat not that great because it's a double-decker bus, and the window, the glass is being placed far away, kind of far away compared to all the other buses of same kind which I have came across in this exhibition. So the dashboard is very good, I would say. Volvo's 4-spoke steering wheel with steering mounted controls, the retarder, the function for the cruise control, on and off headlight controls, the very beautiful tachometer which I personally like a lot. Parking indicators are on. The switches for the traction control, height up down, which come along with the chassis. Controls for the lights inside, controls of headlights. AC controls. The AC is from Songs, which is a very prominent player in Indonesian AC market. 12-speed I-shift gearbox, reverse, neutral, automatic and manual, economic and power mode. And when the captain shifts to M mode, manual mode, he can shift the gears using this plus and minus symbol. Plus to upshift and minus to downshift the gears. The seat of the captain is also very interesting, I would say. The light is being given 2 AC vents above his head, and even 2 AC vents are being placed here, and that's the area towards the lower deck seats. Now we will be going towards them. So as I mentioned, now let's move towards the lower deck of the bus. So as soon as you enter, you again get an extra step here. First, we'll be exploring the washroom of this bus, because as soon as you enter, there's a washroom. And on the right hand side, you get what drinking water facility, a oven or a small fridge can be placed over here. Accordingly, the bus bodybuilder has made customizations, and these switches of the washroom are being placed over here. Now let's see how the washroom of the bus is. So this is a interesting one, a small toilet seat with a jet spray, and the basin is extremely small. I would say the smallest basin I have ever came across in a bus. And this is another compartment. So this is also a different kind of washroom. So there are different kinds of washrooms in different buses. It's not like in we have like how we have in my country India, like only 2 to 3 big players like Polymatic and Relax washrooms. It's not like that in Indonesia. It's different. Like most of the buses which I have seen of 5 to 7 different kinds, they have different kind of washrooms as well. And now let's move towards the priority cabins, because they have written here as priority. So these are basically cabins 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and overall passenger carrying capacity of such buses is basically at least it is 32 people. At it can go up to 42 people, depends on the type of configuration is placed in such kind of buses. Down or in the lower deck there are 6 compartments, and you get some decent amount of space to store your hand luggage, or maybe a small bag, or even your shoes and all can be also placed over here. So that's the purpose of this compartment. You get an individual TV screen, 2 AC vents, reading lamp, 2 USB charging sockets. Unfortunately, there's no C-type charging socket, so the people who are using iPhones might face a bit of problem when traveling in this very particular bus, because most of the buses which I have covered usually get a C-type charging socket as well. So this bus misses that main feature, I would say. And these are the front row cabins. So this bus is kind of spacious, I would say, compared to the other same other buses of the same kind which we have covered, built by other bus bodybuilders, basically multi-axle double decker buses, I mean to say. Now let's explore the upper deck of this bus. You get ambient lighting on all these stairs, and here we come in the upper deck. So in the upper deck you just get AC semi-sleeper seats. Of course, that the bus is of course a AC one. Most of the buses in Indonesia come with air conditioning. So these are 2+1 AC semi-sleeper seats. So let's count how many seats are being placed. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 plus 9, 30 semi-sleeper seats on the upper deck and 6 seats on the lower deck. So the total passenger carrying capacity of this bus is 36 passengers. So accordingly, few bus bodybuilders make few different changes, like they have private compartment at the front, but this bus is made in such a way that all the seats in the upper deck have similar kind of seats. So that's how it looks extremely beautiful, very systematic and luxurious as well. The mention of seat numbers is being done here, 5, 6, and you get a charging socket, USB charging socket over here. Again, the main point which I pointed out when we were covering the lower deck seats, that the bus is missing C-type charging socket. I was expecting these seats to have a tray table. I was trying to open this compartment, but unfortunately it doesn't open, so it doesn't have a tray table or an individual TV screen placed over here. It is just basically a reclining semi-sleeper seat with calf support. Basically, when it's a seat with calf support, it's a semi-sleeper seat. That's very clear. And the guys who are watching this video, This very particular videos and other vlogs in English language of mine, which I am posting from last few days. I would like to tell you guys that when there's a calf support placed, only then the seat becomes a semi-sleeper seat, or else when the calf support is removed, the seat is just a pushback seat, or you can say it's a normal seat. That's the thing. And I was saying it, as I was saying, the bus is missing few features, and in addition to that, I told that it has not got any tray table and all. Recline angle of these seats can be changed using this button, and the calf support can be adjusted manually using this button. You get 3 bottle or cup holders, anything you can place whatever you want. You can place a bottle or maybe cup while you are traveling, maybe even the Coke can. This is the emergency window. You can say it's written that Pintu. Basically, in Bahasa language, I have understood so far, Pintu means gate. The AC vents are being placed over here, 2 AC vents, small ones, and reading lamps. You also get a bottle holder and magazine holder placed over here. The seats look stylish, but the main features or the main amenities like C-type charging socket and the tray tables is missing in this bus. That's what my opinion is. There's a clock placed over here and a TV is being placed over here. Let me show you that. Polytron TV. There's one big TV screen over here for the entertainment of the fellow passengers. Let me check if there's another TV placed in between, because it's usually there. Okay, I found it. It's not here, but it's placed here. So this placement is also usually not there. It's usually placed here in between, same like that TV. So this is also a very new thing, I would say. Is this, yeah, this is like fixed one, so that no matter how hard the brakes are applied, this TV screen is not going to move from its place. You get storage compartments above your head, I mean above the passenger's head, placed over here, and the speakers used to generate the sound which will be coming out of this 1 and 2 television screens. So you can place your hand luggage in these compartments. And yeah, that was all about Tantrums Volvo B11R multi-axle I-shift double decker bus with onboard washroom. Most of the buses in Indonesia come with onboard washroom, like 10 out of 8 or 10 out of 9 buses usually come with onboard washroom. So I don't have to say again and again about the same. But as I come from India, and in India we have buses with washroom, like only 10 out of 4 or 5 buses are there which have a onboard washroom, but here it's different. That's the reason I have to specifically say, or I have a habit of saying that bus with onboard washroom. And if you did like this video, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and share this video with maximum number of people. And thank you for watching this video, guys.